What is up? What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video. Alright. Now I'm calm down. What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video. Today I'm gonna be talking about undoing the programming of your parents. So smash that like button, comment below what you think about the video, subscribe if you're new. Let's get the fuck into it. Boom. So, when we're young, we get a lot of programming from our parents, right? Basically, our parents are the people that we trust, right? We trust that we can count on them for our survival. Because as children, we are very vulnerable, right? We're very vulnerable human beings. We are people who are little, right? We're little people. So we basically can't do anything without our parents, right? We trust them to take care of us. Damn, these guys are going so slow. So what happens when that trust gets invalidated, right? When we find out when we get older that, oh shit, our parents wasn't shit. Our parents, they did the best they could, but a lot of the shit that they explained to us and they taught us was all fucked up, right? It was all fucked up. So what do you do in that situation when you got like this nagging sensation of, okay, all my parents are like, in my head, and all the shit that they fucking taught me when I was a little kid is now all I can think about, right? Like you go to the store and you think, oh, don't touch this because my mom will get mad. Oh, don't do this because my dad will get angry, right? We think these things. We think, like, even if you're not raised by your parents, you're raised by your auntie and your uncle, your grandma, right? You're raised by other people. So what do you do in that situation when, the people that you trust to take care of you, you trust their advice, that's the only advice you know, right? And you have these nagging sensations in your head of like your parents telling you this and that, right? I'm finding that I'm in the situation right now where before I used to think my own thoughts were my own, right? I used to think that my thoughts, like anytime I thought something, it was because, okay, it's me thinking this, it's me thinking that. But it's crazy because I can literally, it's like when I think things, it's like I can see the influences that I get these things from, right? Like if I say something, it's because it's like I can see, right now I'm recording, so I'm not really thinking about that. I'm thinking about what to say next, right? But it's like I can see where these influences are coming from. I can say like, okay, I said this, like I say something and then I say, oh, I said that because this person said it. Oh, I got this from this person. So I can like literally see where I'm getting these influences from, right? So sometimes I'll be thinking something and then it's like I see my mom in my head, basically, right? And it's like I see my mom just yelling at people, right? Like I'm a very judgmental person. But I feel like, all right, I'm not a judgmental person. I don't want to be. But when I talk to people, it's like I have my mom in my head and I already know what she would say and what she would think about this person. Like my mom is incredibly judgmental and she'll just attack somebody, right? So I find it kind of hard for me to have like relationships and conversations with people because I'm just constantly judging them. I'm constantly attacking them. I'm constantly calling them ugly or dumb or stupid or whatever, right, in my head. And I noticed that me doing that kind of makes them back off and not really want to talk to me. And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, no, I don't really mean that. It's not really me saying that, right? Like, I don't want to blame my mom, right? It's not like I'm blaming her, but it's like I have these influences in my head. And I understand it's not just like when I'm talking to people, it's like a lot of things about me is because, you grow up trying to get that validation from your parents, right? Like you always want your parents to be proud of you, especially when they're like super critical of you, right? Like I have very critical parents. I was mostly raised by my mom. She was very critical, right? Like I understand that they wanted the best, right? She wanted the best and shit. But the thing is like growing, like, cause I feel like growing up in a single family home is the worst thing you could ever do, right? Because you need that foundation, you need that balance of the masculine and the feminine, right? Like you need both. Like you can't it just can't be done with one, right? Like my dad would always say, a woman can't raise a man. And my mom would always say that I was stupid and stuff. But the thing is like he was right, right? Like women, no, in all the books I've read, of all the dudes I talked to, everything, like a woman can raise a man for today's age, right? A woman can raise a man for civilization, but a woman can't raise a wild man, right? Like if you read Iron John, you'll understand what the wild man is. Like the woman, the mother is, her job is to keep you away from the wild man, right? But that's what we seek. Us as men, we seek that wild man. We seek that danger. We seek that masculinity, right? We seek that. We need that because that's what our essence is. Like we are masculinity. We are men. That's what we do, right? But women want to feminize us, especially like nowadays. They want to turn us into good little boys, and we can't be that. We can't do that, right? So I understand, like from my upbringing, that's what it was. Like my mom trying to make me a good little boy, follow all the rules, don't hurt girls, hurt girls' feelings, don't ever make a girl cry, don't ever do this and that. But then we know consciously it's like, okay, that doesn't work, right? Like it doesn't, like we didn't get this far in civilization and life being good little boys, right? Like even building a skyscraper, is that good, being a good little boy? I'm pretty sure the dude that's like, oh, I want to build this skyscraper, his wife or his mom or whatever was probably like, or his girl was like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea because blah blah blah, right? And imagine if he listened to her, right? Imagine if he didn't listen to her, and he's like, you know what, you're right, some people might lose their jobs because we're gonna lose the skyscraper, it might fall, because you know, imagine the girl's like, oh, what if it might fall? Right? Like that's one thing I notice about women is that they always try to put doubt in you, right? Like women always will put doubt in you to see how strong you are. Like they'll be like, oh, I don't know. And you just gotta not listen, right? You just gotta do your own, like don't ever, like, I mean, I made a video about this before, like don't ever, not to listen to women, right? Like I feel like you shouldn't listen to women unless they say no, right? Unless they're saying no, you know, in like a sexual way, right? Unless they say no in a sexual way when it comes to their bodies, don't be listening to women, right? Because they're designed, like imagine this is a computer game and women are designed, like the coder's like, oh, the women say no so that the men will be tricked, right? Like women are little tricksters, though. They'll say shit to you to put doubt in you, and you know. And all right, because like the other day I was hanging out with this girl, right? And we went to eat and shit, and then she was asking me about like, oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Like she was suggesting me a whole bunch of jobs. And I'm thinking like, damn, why is she suggesting me all these jobs for? Like I'm already doing something. Like she's trying to see if I'll stray from my path. Because right now I'm already doing shit. So why would I do something else? Right? I feel like, I mean, I don't know why. Maybe she did want better for me. Like maybe she wanted me to do something better. But I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm already doing something. So it's like, why would I stray from my path to do what you want me to do? Like, you know, it's not gonna work. But basically, when it comes to like the things that our parents say, like especially if you have a very critical parent, you just gotta kind of step away from that, right? Like you gotta, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how to get rid of this parent in my head, right? I don't know how to get rid of my mom from my head. Because I was watching a video about it last night from this dude, Think Before You Sleep, and he was explaining, like there was an interview with Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly, and she was and it's funny because she was talking to this therapist who had the same exact problem that I had, right? And they both said like the same thing. They both said, oh, I have my, like even though her mom was dead, she's like, oh, even though my mom is dead, I still have her in my head saying, oh, this and that, oh, you're this, you're that. And it's like, damn, that's crazy, because I moved out of my mom's crib and I still have her yelling at me in my head, right? I still have her saying all these weird, crazy things to me. And I'm just like, damn, you know, like, what do I have to do to get rid of this poison, this toxicity in my head, right? Like, how, you know? And then right now, like, my advice, this is, you know, because I'm giving advice and stuff, so like my advice is to like step away from it. I'm still on my journey, learning how to get rid of, like learning how to do it. It's like a psychological thing. Like I don't know if I need like therapy or whatever, just to be my own self and my own person, right? Like, because like, I can see all my influences. So I'm not trying to be like influenced by so many things. I'm trying to be influenced by myself, right? Like, I'm trying to, because I feel like in my life, like ever since I was 25, right? It's like I was living life unconscious. But then once I turned 25, it's like I woke up. I'm pretty sure it's because of LSD, right? But I woke up and like a light bulb flicked off in my head, like, oh shit, life isn't what I thought. Life is something different. So my whole perspective on life is different, right? So now I understand what the hell is going on. I understand I have to live life on my terms. I've been living life so much on other people's terms, and it's been holding me back so much, right? But now, ever since I started doing that, my life has changed so much. Like the thing is, like, now I'm manifesting shit like quick as fuck. Like, I can manifest whatever the fuck I want, right? And I really believe that, like, because I've done it. Like, this car I'm in, like, yeah, I wasn't on the best circumstances, but I manifested it. I moved out of my crib, I manifested that. Like, I was basically like an adult child for a long ass time, but now I'm growing the fuck up because of because I clicked, you know. Now I understand. I already know it's only up from here. Like, everything I'm doing, I'm just like grinding. The grinding is still a manifestation because I know I'm a grinder. I know I'm grinding. I don't want to make this video too long though. Smash the like button. Comment below what you think about the video. I'm gonna go play basketball. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh yeah, also follow me on Instagram at Torius at 6 Feet Interviews. And if you have any questions, just DM me over there, and I'll get back to you guys later. Peace.